And we know that schools are closed for this school year, and now parents, they're wondering when their children will be back in school and what that could look like. And behind the scenes, school leaders right now brainstorming, and 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell is live with a look at the possibilities and the concerns. Kim.
Yes, there are a lot of big concerns when it comes to how they're going to educate children. 3 things that school leaders are thinking about are funding, physical health, and mental health.
Research shows if you don't have supports in place to address trauma, academics suffer.
We know that we have students who have lost relatives and family members. We have to name that and attend to that right out the gate.
The assistant superintendent of academics in the Novi Community School District, Dr. R.J. Weber, says preparing for that is a big discussion at schools right now. Then there is the question of making sure COVID-19 doesn't spread in schools when they do open. Can you practice social distancing at school? Dr. Weber says schools are waiting to see what the CDC recommends. Some have suggested that perhaps there could be split schedules for students. Some students would come in the mornings or afternoons or on alternating days to allow more space between students. Dr. Weber says this poses challenges, especially for working parents.
If we went to that split thing, Kim, I think the thing we have to think about is, so what happens with things like childcare, daycare, parents who might need to go back to work?
The fear is that schools might be forced by funding to have larger class sizes and less social emotional support. As schools try to build scenarios, they will have no idea how much money the state will provide until at least July. They are being warned the state of Michigan could be forced to make deep cuts in funding due to the cost of COVID-19.
I can't imagine a cut of $400 to $800, or even somebody floated $1,200 per pupil. I can't, Kim. I can't. I have to.
At this point, there are so many unknowns for school leaders. They simply cannot say for sure what school will look like.
It's all brainstorming. And that's where I think not getting too locked in on one expectation, or not getting too driven by the technical aspect, but really thinking about the overarching aspect of how are we going to attend to the social emotional needs of our students and staff, and how do we do so in potentially an environment that could be something that we've never seen economically.
This brainstorming is going on in schools not just all over the state, but all over the country. Talking to political insiders, they tell me the only way to avoid a major cut to schools is either to raise taxes or to get the federal government to provide a stimulus for schools. We're waiting to see if that will happen. If you think it should, or if you think something else should happen, now is the time to contact your representatives in government. Reporting live, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Tough decisions to be made. Thank you, Kim.